Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome. This is the SIP. This is a show that we interns here at the California Academy of Sciences have put on, and we're interviewing some of our fellow interns. And it's called the SIP because it's for your coffee breaks. So go ahead and grab a cup of coffee, tea, water, orange juice, like whatever suits your fancy. I know Angela has a cup of tea. We were chatting about it earlier. What are you drinking?
It's black tea. I love tea. I usually drink in ginger tea, but today I'm like spicing it up.
Shout out. But yeah, hi, my name is Arya, and I'm here with my co-host, Noah.
Hello, my name is Noah. I'm from New York City. I go to Queens College, and here we're going to introduce Angela. Can you?
Hi, everyone. My name is Angela. I'm a intern this summer with the California Academy of Science. I'm working with Dr. Rayna Bell of herpetology, and I'm really excited for this live stream.
Yeah, herpetology. What is herpetology?
Yeah.
So it's the study of various reptiles, which is very fascinating. I have to say, reptiles are my favorites, but they're pretty cool when you get to, learn about them.
Oh, wait. I think you cut out there a little bit, Angela. What did you say?
Oh, I was just saying that reptiles kind of creep me out sometimes a little bit, but they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
But this summer, are you working with turtles, right?
Oh, yes. This summer, I'm working on sideneck turtles, specifically the genes that code for their visual functions.
Oh, super cool. Okay, so I guess that takes us nicely to our first interview question of today. Noah, you want to kick us off?
Yes. What is something that inspires you or excites you, like the most about this summer research?
About this summer research, I would say so. Usually, let's start with this. I am a pre-med student, actually. I love science so much. I love animals and getting to know everything about how, systems of both animals and humans and various, things work.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never done research, so I wanted to expand my knowledge, and I wanted to, see if research was something that could be like a passion of mine, maybe on the side, maybe my main thing, I'm not sure. So, I applied for this internship, and I'm really glad I got it because I'm learning so much about myself, about, what I love to do, and hopefully this will, give me some more information on what I want to do in the future.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
What is something that attracted you the most about when you saw on one of your mentees, mentors, they were working on turtles. What was your first thoughts?
My first thought is, OMG, I love turtles. Honestly, turtles, there's just something about them, in both, folk tales and stuff, turtles are in there, they're supposed to be wise creatures. There's actually this story, I don't know where it's from, but that the world is carried on the back of a turtle shell, which I think is pretty cool. So when I heard about turtles, I thought I was going to be working with frogs for the longest. I don't know why I thought that. I think it's because my mentor works with frogs. But then she told me I'll be doing turtles, and I was like, yay, turtles.
And these are really cute turtles. We have some photos. You want me to pull them up?
Okay, so I just want to say, Arya, your drawing is amazing. Honestly, it's beautiful. So this is a sideneck turtle. The reason why they're called sideneck is so they tuck their neck into their shell sideways instead of drawing it back. And I have a photo I'll show about the other turtle, but they tend to they tuck their neck sideways, and it's so adorable.
So cute.
You know why?
I'm not sure why exactly. It's probably something has to do with their evolution and history, probably survival. that's another picture. Like they're so adorable. So usually most turtles draw their neck in backwards, and that's the hidden neck turtles. And then the photos from before, those are side neck turtles. And the side neck turtles tend to have longer necks. And yeah.
Yeah, and so you were telling us about how you're studying the vision in these turtles. So could you tell us a little bit more about what that actually like means?
Okay, so I would like to say we don't know so much about the visual functions in big turtles and most turtles, I would say, yet. So what I'm doing right now, I'm extracting genes from the black of an eye transcriptome, and I am aligning and sequencing the data and making sure that everything looks okay. And then we're going to be analyzing that data. And then in doing so, we can ask questions like how is vision in hidden neck turtles and side neck turtles, different? How is it similar? We can learn about the gene history. Vision in other animals it's a very complex and cool system. They all see different wavelengths of light. They're sensitive to some light. It just tells you a lot about, the evolutionary history and, where they came from.
Yeah, it's like I think I heard something that like seagulls can see UV light or reflected like off of things, and that's how they find their food. And same thing with like reindeers and stuff. So I mean, is that kind of like along like seeing what wavelengths of light?
Yeah. So there are also some like animals in like the deep ocean that like in the deepest depths of the ocean they don't see the same lights as the animals in the shallow ends. It's just different wavelengths because how much light can actually penetrate the water and get down there. So the functions of their visual systems are all different.
Got it. And then you can figure out more about those functions by looking at genes and transcriptomes and all these like minuscule tiny things, right?
And then you can compare them and see, the differences, the similarities. You can learn what has changed. Sometimes they lose genes because of how far down they are in the ocean. Sometimes the functions, the genes code for like a different function, to help the animal survive better in its new habitat.
So yeah, speaking of habitats, do you know where these side neck turtles are usually found?
So I would definitely say I'm not 100% sure where they're found. I definitely need to do some more research about their habitats and what they eat and what they do. Mostly what I've been focusing on is their vision, but I definitely will be doing some more research about their general behaviors and lifestyles.
Yeah, actually, can we pull up those pictures again? Just like of the side neck turtle. Just shout it out one more time if you want to go back.
This is but right here, like this, like the first photo, it looks very vulnerable, and but it's very adorable as well. But this one is my favorite so far. You can like actually see how they tug their neck in. And another thing that like drew my attention is the like how their eyes look. It's different from other the way other turtles eyes look, which is another thing. Like whenever, and I feel like I was talking to my mentor earlier, when I look at other animals and other species, I tend to like now look at their eyes and like see what it looks like because learning about vision.
Yeah. Are you doing any work this summer with like eye placement? Because I know that's another entirely, or like it's another field of vision research where like it's not just the components of the eyes, but the placement of them that matters.
I'm not doing anything with placement.
Okay.
I'll definitely have to ask my mentor about that. I didn't know they had like different placements.
Yeah, I mean, it might not apply in turtles, so it's just kind of a general tangent question. But yeah, so let's hop into our next question then. What is one of your favorite memories in nature or in the wild, like just what's
okay. I actually have photos. So let me get to that slide. I think it's my fit slide. So, my best friend, my sister, and I went hiking there's a mountain here called Stone Mountain, and I think it's the first time I hiked it. It was a journey to get up the mountain, but when I got to the top, the view was spectacular. I could see Atlanta. You could see where the green was. You could see the city. It was so beautiful. Like the picture, I sat there for like a good minute just staring, and I was like in awe. And I think that's like one thing that it makes life worthwhile because it's so freaking beautiful and so amazing. And it's just I was in awe the whole time. And then I just did some random poses on there to take some pictures. But we spent a good, I want to say, I don't know how long, but we spent a good time up there just looking out open and just absorbing the view. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Are you a gymnast by any chance? Because I definitely cannot bend like that.
I'm not a gymnast. My back is flexible, I would say. I like yoga, but not too much because some of the poses I can't do, but that I can do. I think it's the only flexible thing I know how to do. And after I get a good stretch in, I can probably maybe do more, but I don't know. But and then there's also like another like memory of nature that I loved so much. I also have photos. It's my sit slide. So we went to Sapelo Island. The population there is about like 80 people. It's very small. It's only for the native people who live there. But UGA, University of Georgia, they have a research facility that we were able to go to. We spent the weekend there, and we went into this marsh, and it was crazy. There were like little crabs and little snails, and the mud was like so soft, like you could sink in. And I actually did sink. I was like waist down. It was very hard to get up. But when I did, they were like the mud is like so good for your skin. So the photo over there is me and my friends. We all put it on our face. I didn't want to put photos of them in here. I haven't asked them yet, but we put the mud on our face, and it made my skin kind of soft, honestly. Yeah. But that's another amazing thing about nature. It was just the marsh was so beautiful and so green, and it was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't remember. Are you a fan of camping, Angela? Or
I haven't been like camping, okay. But I am a fan of camping because I love nature and I love outdoors. I haven't like had the opportunity to like be in a tent and like a sleeping bag and like camp outside, but I really, really want to. But yeah, I would say I'm a fan of camping, even though I haven't camped yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, this looks like a very fun excursion. Is that you at the helm of a ship in the left?
Okay, there's a story behind that too. So we went on a boat because it's an island, of course, and they were teaching us how like they fish and stuff on the island. And I asked the captain, "Can I drive the boat?" And he was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Yay!" And so it wasn't just me; it was me and another friend of mine. We asked, and then they let us, and it was amazing. And then after we caught some fishes, there were like we caught a bunch of shrimp and different fishes, and we put some of them back off, of course. But like, it was just amazing to be like. That was my first time on a boat too, and I was able to drive it, which was amazing. And that experience was also very like it made me fall more in love with nature because the water and it was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Super cool. Yeah. With that, Noah, do you want to move on to our next question?
Yes. Next question is how has the Black Lives Matter movement impacted you as a person and as a scientist?
Okay. As you can all see, I'm Black, obviously. I think the movement is a very, emotional, scary, and beautiful movement because, I do not condone discrimination against anyone at all. And I think this has impacted me. I haven't been able to go to any of the protests, but I am, with them 100% on the movement. I do not condone violence as well. But I think, the peaceful protests against what's been going on for years is, it's such an emotional thing. It just hits a different part of my heart, and I think it's good that we're all coming together to let our voices be heard, talk about issues that need to be talked about. And how it's impacted me as a scientist, I think it also goes back to women, men, people of color, in STEM is just really difficult. Discrimination happens there too. And we need to talk about it. We need to, let it be known and let our voices be heard however we can. I don't say go out and go ruin stuff and, be violent, but, we want our voices to be heard. We want we want equality, and we don't want to be judged because of the color of our skin or like where we're from.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Angela. And I feel like, like what you said, like the best or one of the best things that the rest of us can do is just listen, So yeah, thank you. But yeah, with that, we have one more question for you. And this one is, if you could travel anywhere in the universe, and I've been telling everybody, pay attention to my my use of the word universe, because we're talking anywhere in the universe here. Where would you go and why?
Anywhere in the universe. So I want to say, I think we know more about the outside universe than we do the universe, the part of the universe that we live in. I want to be able to travel anywhere I can. But I think going maybe to the deep, in the ocean, because we haven't explored enough of it. There's so much we don't know.
So much life.
Exactly. It's crazy. And I want to be able to see what creatures live down there, even though they might be scary. To be able to, I want to know the whole earth in a whole. I want to travel to different countries, learn their culture, learn their ways of living. I also want to see what's in the ocean because it covers majority of the earth, so it'll be pretty cool to know what's the whole thing. I'm very curious.
Mm-hmm. And that reminds me, to those of you listening, we were just chatting about before going live how Angela literally knows 20 billion different languages. That's not an exaggeration. Literally, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay. So I was born and raised in Ghana. So I speak Tree. I speak Gang. There's Fanti, which is similar to Tree, but different at the same time. There's Ga Dangwe, which is also similar to Ga, but different. I was kind of picking up on Hausa and Ewe before I left, and I haven't had the opportunity because you need to be with the people who speak it so you can, absorb it some more. I was learning French. My French is horrible. I was learning Korean, which is also pretty bad. I need to, go back to these languages. I was learning Spanish, and that's also, languages. I was telling Arya earlier, it's such a beautiful thing. I want to be able to communicate with everybody in their own language, and I think universally English is great, but when you hear people speaking their native tongue, it's just so beautiful. Sometimes I was telling her, sometimes it sounds like a song to me, and I just want to learn English. I want to be able to speak to anyone whenever I want in their language. I want them to be comfortable, talking to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that a lot.
All those languages that you mentioned, they from, where are they from?
So, Ga, Tree, Ewe, Fanti, Hausa, Ga, Dangwe, all from Ga. And then there's Spanish, and then there's Korean, and then there's French.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like this, like, okay.
There's so many, and for most of them, I'm not fluent and I'm not the best speaker of the language, but I can hear some phrases. I can, I can get around if I want to.
Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome. And this is a nice segue for us to self-plug. We've got 2 SSI accounts, one in English and one in Spanish, so 2 languages, where we will be updating with like more on Angela's work and this through the summer through this program, and the other interns' work. As you've been seeing, we've been doing a lot of these live stream interviews with other interns in the Summer Systematics Institute program. And yeah, so social media accounts on both Twitter and Instagram are below. And yeah, it was so great chatting with you, Angela. This has been
so much
a lot of
for
fun.
having me. I was nervous, but this was amazing.
You killed it. Couldn't even tell that you were nervous at all.
Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that.
That just goes to show, like any of you out there nervous about whatever, just go do the thing. It's probably fine. Like, you got this. Hang in there. But yeah, cool. Okay, with that, we will sign off. Farewell. Catch us on our next live stream. We'll be going up later this week.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Bye.
Guys, thank you for